Tour Striker Nation, Martin Chuck here, and let me show you your Tour Striker plane station. This is what comes in the box. You got your plane station, which is really just an elaborately drilled piece of wood with a bunch of angles on it. And you look at that and you think, well, I can make that. And if you've ever tried to drill angled holes in a piece of wood, you really need a bench press and a bunch of jigs to hold that in place. So it's a lot harder to make this than it looks. So this is the plane station. You can see how we've got angled, basically places for your aim sticks, and I'll show you what we've done here with these aim sticks. We've got basically an angle for every aim stick configuration you'd want in your golf swing. Planes as low as 40 degrees if you're a shorter player with the driver, right on up to 65 for a taller player with a wedge. A vertical hole, an angled hole for backswing alignments. I'll show you how that works in a second. Some stability holes and ball location holes. Let me show you what you get. So you get these two extenders, and then you get these 4 half aim sticks, which makes it basically something that you could put in the side of your golf bag if you wanted to travel with it. And why would you need one of these? Well, if you're in Phoenix like I am and you've got a great range to practice on, you don't really need this. You can push aim sticks in the grass, you can use a bunch of different configurations. But if you're in a studio or you're up north or you're basically you're stuck to practicing on mats, let me show you how the plane station can help you really define your golf swing and give you a bunch of drills to help you play better golf. Okay, so if you have to practice on mats and you can't be on great turf, here's some of the simple drills you can do. One of the sticks you're going to use is a stability stick and help you with your target line orientation. So you're going to pop that through one of the holes close to the ground, simple enough. Now I've got a 7-iron, I'm going to hit some shots and I'm going to take one of the sticks. And these sticks come with protective nubs in the ends and you'll see why later on in this video. But we're going to take one of the sticks and we're going to set it in here at about, say, 55 degrees because a 7-iron for me at my height, 5'9", presented, I'm going to present a shaft around 60. So 5 degrees a difference is good enough for me to be aware of my delivery of my golf swing. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to build basically a shaft awareness, a plane line. This one I'm going to just set off to the side for a minute. I've got some excess pieces there. And you will see how we can use that later. So right now we've got awareness for a target. And what you're going to do is make sure that your shaft and plane match up. And you can kind of see how I've got the golf ball even with the end of the plane station. And in this situation, you've got a very good awareness for not getting the club too inside. And certainly a condition where you can hit some shots. And you want to get your hands far enough so you don't hit your hands on this protected nub because that might be somewhat painful. But as we're delivering this golf club, we want to have this feeling like we take our swing circle, the shape of our swing, and we can get it organized to the golf ball nicely. And that's one of the simplest ways that you can use your plane station. So let's talk about some other ways right now. So let's do one of my favorite drills. I'm going to take one of the protective nubs off. I'm going to extend the sticks even longer. So now I've got a condition where the plane station's away from me. I'm going to save this extra piece for later. And what I'm doing in this condition is very, very aware. If you see me set a golf ball in here, I'm going to get my trail ear very close to one of these sticks. And what I'm doing in this condition is I don't want to feel myself press into the stick during my backswing. I'm going to give myself a little bit of leeway, probably half an inch. You can see me tap that stick right there. And it's on my trail ear. Now during my backswing, I want to have the sensation that, I don't compress too much, I don't rise up too much, but I really want to feel as though I don't move away from the target too much as well. So this is an awareness device. By settling in here and getting the plane station sticks in their extended format against my trail ear, I have a very good awareness of having a peaceful centered golf swing. And that can help you quite a bit. So that little awareness where your ear goes in the bent over condition, and I'm 5'9", so you're taller, you may have your ear more, more at the end of the stick, and that's fine. But as we make our backswing, we want to feel as though, during our backswing, we can maintain our elevation, not really compress too much. A lot of good players kind of compress on the way down, and then you want to feel as though you can push off the ground a little bit during your through swing. So this is another great configuration to help you. Now, you can simply do the opposite. We can take a golf ball and we can put our lead ear against the stick. And why am I doing this? Well, this helps me have the awareness of body extension, really critical to hitting great shots. So now I've got this on my lead ear, and as I hit a shot, I'm not saying to keep my head down. I don't want you to do that. But what I want you to do is let your face follow the golf ball, let your head rotate on plane to follow the golf ball, and you'll feel as though your nose can brush up against the stick as you hit a shot. So give yourself a little bit of room here. And again, this drill on this side is so that we don't move our upper body so much to the left that we impact our club path. If we get too far forward, we're going to push our path for a right-handed golfer too much out to the right, and that may lead you to add some cup. So the centeredness of strike, and this awareness is going to help you have better impact alignments consistently. And naturally, you're going to feel when you do this, if I take the plane station and organize it so you can see face on, it's going to, and you can change this stability bar. Again, one of the sticks included. Now from this condition, this awareness on our lead ear, this sensation, you're going to feel your hips push underneath you. While your hips push underneath you, your upper body counterbalances, stays back for just a moment. And then if you push the stick a little bit into a full fall through, there's not a whole lot of resistance here. But it will give you the awareness of centeredness and extension on your through swings. And again, if you put it on your trail ear, you'll have the awareness of where you want to go on your backswing, not too much to the right, so that you change your swing centers and thereby your impact alignments. This simple drill has been around forever. You're going to take one short length of your aim stick and you're going to put it in here on the flattest possible lie angle, the 40-degree mark. And from face on, let me explain what we're going to do. We're going to take a golf ball and we're going to set it underneath the stick. So when it's underneath the stick acts as a go-between from where your eyes are to the golf ball, and it gives you a perspective of where you are to dress. So right now I'm looking through the stick while I look at the ball. Let me change it so you can see down the line what I'm looking at. So now when I set a golf ball in here, I'm going to give myself a safe couple of inches between the shaft and the aim stick. So when I'm looking down, this stick is mildly obscuring the golf ball. So what that's going to do for you, when you set into a golf shot and you're looking down, one, it's going to give you the idea of this circular nature of our golf swing, this inclined plane. And two, as you hit shots, it's going to do something that I call anchoring your perspective. So when I'm looking down at the golf ball, I've got a visual of what I'm seeing here. I want to sustain that visual. If I move around a lot from up here, that stick moves left and right across the golf ball. So if I have a nice centered swing with little distortion in what I'm seeing from that stick relative to the golf ball, there's a good chance I've got a lot of consistency and impact possibility. So during that strike, I'm focused on maintaining my field of view, not seeing that stick move too much to my left and to my right. In this configuration, another great drill is to take your plane station and run the plane station parallel to your line of play. Now you may just take one of the other sticks and use it as an alignment aid, which is great. Just set this in here. And you've got your alignment aid, and we also have a visual representation of where we want our swing to go. So if I get one of my trusty hula hoops here, we know that our golf swing, we want to be a back up and in circular event, a down out and forward to a low point, now low point fractionally ahead of the golf ball, and then naturally back up and in on the other side. Well, with your plane station, you can create this condition, this delivery, to where you have this awareness of back up and in, down out and forward, which would naturally take you underneath that stick. Now, obviously a word of caution here. Give yourself enough room so that you don't hit it and potentially break this stick and wood block. So when you're starting this exercise, go small. Start off slowly and just make sure that you have the awareness of where this golf club needs to travel to come down, miss the stick, and collect the golf ball. So hitting a shot, once you build some confidence and get up to speed, it'll look something like this. And again, this is just an external awareness device to help you have an on-plane delivery of a golf swing. And if you want to make that longer, a lot of people do, they'll add that second extension, move it back, create a bit more room. Very helpful for your awareness of an on-plane delivery of a golf club. By linking the sticks together, you can create a very long aim stick. And in this condition, I'm going to go ahead and set this in here. I'm about at the 60-degree angle. And again, a lot of this is personal. You'll sort it out yourself on what makes sense for you. I'm just giving you some of the awarenesses that you can use with your plane station. And what I want you to do too is check back from time to time on my YouTube channel. As other teaching pros send back ways they use my products, I love hearing about it. And then I upload a video to the playlist. So in this condition, we have a very good representation of what I call an underplane drill, meaning that during the backswing, you can see I've got plenty of room here between where the golf ball is and where this plane on the plane station represents. So during my backswing, I'm just going to be aware of this condition, because what we want to have is a club that falls a little bit behind our hand path, meaning that my hands are going to go up, back, and in a lot more vertically than actually where my club goes. But what most struggling players do is they kick this momentum and mass of the club out too much, and then they have to reverse the club face. They have to actually open up to hit playable shots. So in this condition, with this long plane stick, go ahead and hit some easy shots, and you can stop here and be aware of what this golf club is doing relative to the hands. And when you feel confident in it, go ahead and hit some softies. When you finally get up to speed, it should look something like this. So here's a couple other drills. We have a 90-degree hole drilled into the top and an 84-degree hole drilled into the top. Well, at 90 degrees, what's really nice about this is if we put this as an extension of our target line. So if I take this and I move this down here and make it an extension of our target line, and of course, get yourself a safe distance back in case you happen to miss. And I'm going to make this a little closer than I would if I was, actually at a range somewhere. But all good shots, if you want to hit a draw, all good shots have to start fractionally to the right and draw back, and all good fades have to start fractionally to the left and fade back. So you can use this awareness to help you understand your start line. So with that stick in that condition, if I'm going to hit draws, a good draw, I'm going to start a golf ball to the right of that stick. Conversely, a good fade, I'm going to start to the left of the stick. So that's a simple thing, and I would move this farther away so there's less chance of you potentially hitting it. Now let's talk about one more great drill. So we've got the 84-degree hole on the top of the stick. I'm going to put one of my aim sticks in there, and then I'm going to turn this whole unit so that I have that support stick. I'm going to use that as my aim post. And in that condition, here's what I have. I'm going to take these two out. I've got an awareness. If I butt my foot up against this, one, not only do I have an awareness of my target line, but I also have that angle that most good players tend to be on. You see what happens in the golf swing. Let me turn this face onto the camera. And this is what I do. I just kind of move it around my golf club. What a lot of players will do is rather than make their backswing into this sort of magic angle right here, this 84-degree number, when I'm in my backswing, I'm in a condition where I have an angle that isn't vertical. It's a dynamic position. I'm not going to use all three extensions to do this. I'm going to use one of them. So you can see there's 90 degrees vertical. Well, this stick is coming out of the plane station at 84. How's that going to help you? Well, when you take your trail foot and you butt up against it, okay, and if you're left-handed, just flip it around. When you butt up against this and you make your motion, you'll have this awareness where we don't want to let this trail knee sag away from the target, because that's going to ultimately take away some of your consistency of strike. So during your backswing, when you make your motion, you want to feel like you can maintain that angle with your trail leg into your backswing and let your momentum fall into your lead foot before you allow the club to come into impact and take you to a full finish. So that awareness is going to help you have a bit more powerful dynamic backswing versus one that might sag a bit too much away from the target. So this is Martin Chuck on behalf of Tour Striker and the Tour Striker plane station. I really think the Tour Striker Plane Station is a great tool for you if you're stuck in a range mat somewhere to really help you understand some of the key qualities of impact on plane delivery of the golf club, awareness of the golf ball relative to where your eyes are, and a nice inside-out delivery, club head to ball contact. So hopefully you enjoy the Plane Station. If you come up with another great drill, go ahead and send me a note. We'll add it to the playlist. Thanks for watching.